What about crypto? Spouses are very concerned that the other spouse might have a cryptocurrency account. That could be Bitcoin. That's the most common one that comes into mind. What you have to realize is that nobody in a divorce is allowed by law to hide assets. I know that sounds very easy, but most crypto accounts are discoverable. There will be references to it in other financial documents. There will be references to it in other business records. It used to be a long time ago when it was first created, when people weren't that familiar with it, that you wouldn't recognize it when you would see it. But now it's very unusual not to know that something like that is there. Now, in a very extreme case, you can actually do what's called a forensic examination of a mobile phone, and you can identify accounts. You can identify what people might think are secret files and secret accounts in a mobile phone or in a laptop or in an iPad or even in a desktop. You can look for and identify those items that might in the past have been hidden. Now, the laws have changed over the years, and actually Bitcoin issues a statement on a yearly basis, so it becomes a little bit more easy to identify, along with a lot of the other cryptocurrencies. Another question is, what about Venmo accounts or Cash App accounts? And there's a myriad of other digital accounts that are there. Those also are relatively easy to identify. Usually there's an app on a phone. When most people are using Venmo or Cash App, there are links to their bank accounts or there are links to credit card accounts, so you can relatively easily identify that, whether it's the money going in or it's the money coming out. That shouldn't be a concern for most people, although it is something that every lawyer needs to be aware of, and we always seek out the help of our clients to see if there's any clues that are out there, or if they just flat out know that their spouse has one of those accounts, and then we can look at it in more detail. Above and beyond that, we can also get statements from those companies. So it's not like it's just hidden on the phone and you can't find out what the transactions were. You can find out what all the transactions were for an account like Venmo because they have statements. You can actually go into the app and get statements. If for some reason a spouse did not want to provide that information, there are ways to get it, and you can go to court and a judge is going to order them to provide that information. Even if they were to claim, for instance, that they lost their phone, those accounts still exist with the original company, and more than likely, the person who had that account that suddenly lost their phone, when they get their new phone, that information is probably going to get transferred over. So there are ways to find out about crypto. There are ways to find out about digital assets and digital accounts, and that is something that you need to discuss with a lawyer, because most lawyers know how to find those crypto assets and those digital assets.